Update. AITA for refusing to take my hijab off when my stepmom asked me to? This is the link to the original post. https www.reddit.com/r/AmITheAsshole/comments/meep05/AITA for refusing to take my hijab off when my. Before I start, I want to thank each and every one of you for giving me the courage to finally leave. Now onto the mini update. A day after I posted, I called my mom and told her everything, and she was livid. She immediately called my grandparents, who filed for emergency custody on behalf of my mom while she was working out a way to come home. Some of you suggested recording and making documentation of what was happening, so I did that too. The situation escalated to her outright calling me names and throwing away specific cultural and religious clothing on purpose. A few days later, while my stepmom was outside of the house and my grandparents were outside in the car, I spoke to my dad one-on-one about everything. He started gaslighting me, saying that I was making things up, so I showed him the recordings and he lost it on me, accusing me of being manipulative and toxic, so I showed him the court papers that basically said I would be living with my grandparents until mom was to return. He got in my face, and that's when I knew it was over and I was done fighting. I packed my stuff and left while he stood there glaring and yelling about how my mother brainwashed me. Mom came home a week later, and when I tell you the hell she raised. My dad's family and stepmom's family were sending threats via messages, so mom documented it and said if they continued she would sue and that shut them up real quick. About a week after, mom had gotten really sick, which was worrying because she had beat cancer twice before. Multiple scans and blood tests later, it was confirmed it was terminal. My mom has been sorting out her will and making sure I will never live with my father even after she passes. My grandparents will be taking care of me from now on, and if anything happens to them, I will live with my mom's siblings. Grandparents have also said if he doesn't give up his parental rights, they'll sue him and his wife for emotional abuse and neglect. So here I am, absolutely heartbroken, laying next to my mom, knowing this is the end. I've never felt so lost before, and I'm not sure what I'll do when she's gone. I'll be starting therapy soon to help me cope with everything. Mom is recording birthday messages and writing letters in advance, so I never miss her on those days. My father knows about the diagnosis and is begging to see my mom one last time, but she refused, saying I took the trash out a long time ago and I intend to keep it that way. I know my stepmom will do something at the funeral, and am quite frankly done with the lady. My heart goes out to you. I was 15 when my mom got her diagnosis and 17 when she passed. Make sure you take a lot of photos together and videos. Get the sound of her voice on a recording so you don't lose it. Get a book and have her write out her favorite stories about her childhood, recipes, everything, so that you don't forget. Make as many happy memories together as you can, as quickly as you can, before the cancer starts to change her. Find out her favorite outfits. Ask for her advice about planning a wedding, raising kids, and get it all down. I'm so sorry. When you get angry, and you will, get a cheap set of dishes from the Salvation Army and throw them against a brick wall and yell. Get as many hugs as you can. Get a video of a hug so you can always have the memory. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the pain and the things you will face. For the hurt and the loss and the anger. You're not alone. She will always be with you. In some way. Your dad and stepmom have no business being at the funeral. The funeral home should be able to easily keep them out. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother's diagnosis. Please take the time to get her to make you as many videos as possible. Even if it's just her saying that she loves you over again, they'll become priceless to you. You could also get her to give you some advice on these videos and let her tell you about favorite books, movies, quotes, etc. If your father and stepmother start any drama, look into a restraining order against them, and as someone else has said, a security guard at the funeral. NTA. And my heart and prayers go out to your mother, grandparents, and you. I remember reading your post, and I am relieved to hear that you are in a safe place now. I know that you will treasure these moments together, and I hope that you can find smiles and laughter together amid the tears. By the way, your family may want to consider having security at the funeral, either to prevent them from entering or removing them if they become disruptive. Edited to add that I don't know if judgment is needed on an update, so added it just to be sure. I'm so sorry, love. What a crappy situation. When the time comes, definitely talk to the masjid where the janazah will be about security. Most masjids have contacts with the local PD for security during Jummah and Eid and other large crowd gatherings. I'm sure they will work with you on keeping your father and stepmom out. I'm not sure about the cemetery and security there, but hopefully you have uncles or cousins on your mom's side of the family who will stand up against your dad if he shows up. Also, if you want to participate in your mom's ghusl and any family discourages you, stand your ground. I'm a ghusl volunteer and my mom has been a lead for over 5 years. I've seen so many people try to stop women in the family who want to do the ghusl see, they think they can't handle it, and it's unfortunate. ETA, the men don't help with a female body. I meant that they just let the ghusl leads, volunteers, then do it and no family attends. It's not a common situation, but I can see people discouraging Op due to her age and thinking she can't handle it. It's a way of closure for some, so if it's something you would like to do, I'd suggest insisting on it. If it's something you don't want to do, that's of course fine too. It's a very personal decision. May Allah grant you as much time as possible with your mom and grant all of you endless sabr. May you both be reunited in Jannat al-Firdaus. Make the most of this upcoming Eid with her. Take tons of pics and videos. Lots of love and endless du'as for you both. Less than 3. I am so sorry that this is happening to you. I lost my dad when I was 9. Unexpectedly. It's a loss that never really goes away. But one thing you have that I never did is the knowledge that your mom loves you fiercely and fought like a tigress to keep you safe. I wish you both well. Lastly, you and your grandparents can choose who may attend her funeral. The funeral home can make sure your husband's mistress is not allowed through the door. Dua to your mother and family. Oh sweetheart, I'm so sorry about your mom. And I'm sorry you're being put into a situation you should never have to deal with. It sucks losing a parent. And you're going to have lost both somewhat soon. But take comfort in your grandparents. And your mother being able to spend her last days with you. Oh hun, so sorry to hear about your mom. She sounds like an amazing person who did everything in her strength to make sure you are safe and secure. And from what you have written, seems to me that it's like mom like daughter. You both should be so proud of each other. I am so glad you got out of the toxic situation. What a wonderful gift your mom is able to give you. I know nothing can prepare any of us to lose a loving and fiercely protective parent. I will be saying a prayer for you, your mom and your family. Sending you strong vibes and wishes for a future where you will be doing great things. Hang in there, sweetie. Less than hugs. She saved you. She will pass with the knowledge that you are going to be safe. So, just a bit of life advice. First, As someone who lost their parents, I can tell you that therapy can really help and you should seek it out. Secondly, you can hire security for funerals. Just tell the funeral home what is going on and who shouldn't be there and they can help you all. Keep people from making a scene and turning a day of remembrance into bitterness and lashing out. Thirdly, you can hire security for basically every life event you ever have if you want to keep those days happy. Graduations, weddings. You can even talk to your high school and colleges about keeping people from harassing you. Honestly, I would consider filing a restraining order against both your father and his wife. It would save so much hassle going forward, and if they decide to escalate, retaliate, guilt, or harass you, then the cops and courts can deal with them. Fourthly, get your grandparents to install cameras or just buy them and install them yourself around where they live, like a Ring doorbell. This way, if they ever try anything or bother you, you have documented evidence. This may all sound strange, but it is far better to have something and never need it than not have something and wish you did. All that being said, you are strong, and smart, and kind, and resourceful, and no matter how dark or sad things are right now, you are going to be fine and it is going to be okay again one day. Just not the same. Stay safe, Op. I remember reading your post, Op. And I'm so sorry about your mother's diagnosis. Do not worry about your sperm donor of a father and his wife right now. Focus on spending as much time that you can with your mom and make every moment count. Take pictures. Create memories. Lots of good things you can look back on. If you're able to, see if you can get a recording of her voice and have it put into a stuffed animal. Something you can always keep close to you when the time does come and she leaves this world. As for your sperm donor's wife causing a scene at your mother's funeral, your grandparents, her siblings, can get security for the funeral when the time comes. Whether it's hiring an off-duty cop for a few hours or having a few trusted family friends that can keep them at bay until authorities are called. I lost my mother at the beginning of 2019 to cancer. And there are so many things I wish I had done different now. Please make every moment special with your mother while she's here. And know I'll be keeping your family in my thoughts and praying for you to find strength during this time. Just read this. How horrible this has happened to you, sister. I'm glad your mother is taking the steps to protect you and make sure you're safe even when she will pass. Inshallah your father and stepmom stay away from the funeral. If it's done at a mosque etc., I highly doubt the brothers will allow them to enter and keep them away. This is not the update I was hoping for. I'm so sorry for the sudden diagnosis of your mom's terminal cancer. Spend all the time you have with her. Enjoy them and make great memories together. Live in the moment with her. You can fight the battle with your horrid father another day. Don't let him get in the way of the time you have left with your mom. Heart. I may not be the most religious Muslim. In fact, one who would be shunned by many. But nevertheless, may Allah have mercy on your mother's soul, who I assume is Muslim. But even if she's not, I can tell she is a great person. May He bless her in the hereafter. Inshallah the two of you will reunite after this life. May she pass knowing she has an amazing daughter in you who is left on this earth. May her strength be left for you. May Allah bless you for the hardship you've been through, for not forsaking your religion in times of hardship, and for standing your ground. Only God knows the amount of blessing you will get for that. I pray that inshallah things get easier for you. I haven't lost any of my parents. Inshallah I don't anytime soon. But I can understand this will be a very difficult time. I don't know if it'll get easier instantaneously. But stay close to Allah. just as you have. It may be hypocritical of me to say, but may he guide you as he has. I'm proud of you for standing your ground, for getting out of that situation, and for taking care of yourself, now and in the future with therapy. May Allah bless your kind grandparents for taking care of you. An early Eid Mubarak. Although I know days from now will be hard for you. Although I don't know you, your mother, or your grandparents personally, and quite honestly don't pray much, I will keep you in my du'as. May you all stay connected to Allah for eternity, Ameen. NTA. I'm proud that you stood up for yourself and that you have people that love and care for you, backing you up. I'm sorry about your mom's diagnosis. Life can be overwhelming and I hate that even now they are trying to force their own will in. Wishes on you and your mom. People are very selfish and cruel. You don't have to go to their level but keep standing your ground. I hate the idea of a grown woman terrorizing a daughter she is meant to protect. I swear, it'd make her catch these hands so quick. People like this never fight people their own size. This is making me cry. Lots of love and strength to you. Make memories with her. NTA. Obviously. I'm so sorry to hear your news about your mother. It's heartbreaking for you both to lose each other whilst so young. Although I'm glad your mother is able to ensure that your grandparents and not your father will be looking after you. You have my deepest sympathy. I am happy though that you are now safe with family who can help each other through this upcoming loss. I hope that you will eventually find comfort in your memories of your mother. Sweetie, I am so sorry. Words cannot say how much. Treasure these moments with you, mother, and know she truly loves you. I'm so glad you got away from your awful father and his horrible wife. We may not be the same religion, but know you are in my prayers.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.